Welcome to the demo of the Caliber Carrier portal in the TMS. I'm going to explain step by step what you need to do to move a shipment or load within the TMS. It all starts obviously when you, as a carrier, have been assigned a load by Caliber. You receive an email including a transport order document. And from that point, you can also review the load in the TMS. You see the screen currently on the main page. The selected report where you can review all of the loads is Caliber Carrier Active Loads. You click on this one and you will see all the loads which are currently active. For this particular demo, I have 2 active loads, and I'm going to use the bottom one to proceed the booking. But if you are not finding the load here, or if you have a load in a certain status, you can use also the predefined reports here. For example, the in transit, delivered loads, enter invoice, etc. So you can match your report with the thing you need to do in the TMS. So I start here by looking at the details. You see information around the load. Here the load number is obviously important. You see the status, it's in booked. You see the ship dates and delivery dates. You see the rate, which is the quote amount you provided on the quote on the load earlier. And do you see the shipper and consignee information? You click on the plus sign and you have in first 2 blue buttons to set the departure and the arrival location. So we start with putting in the arrival departure for the pickup. In this case, we are picking up from St. Louis. So I'm going to click the blue button here. That's important. And here you have some date fields. And the most important thing to remember is that we always use the actual date here on the right side. This is the date that you are leaving the facility, so we are en route to the final destination. There is an easy button here. By clicking planned early, it will match the planned date. In this case, I can click save. In case you want to do an update on the ETA or the pickup, you can also fill this field with the estimated time you expect to arrive at the shipper's location. For this example, I just leave it as the actual date and click save. Then you will notice that the shipment is now in transit. Once it is in transit and finally delivered to the location, you need to do the same step for the location, the destination location. You see here, this is Barboursville, that is the final destination. So I click on the blue button, again, doing the planned or actual date here, and hit save. Now the shipment or the load is in delivered status. So this is not the final step for doing the milestones, because we also require, you see it in the screen, a blue button of the POD. Click on add POD, a blue button, click browse and add your POD from your documents saved on your computer. Then a very important point is that you need to hit the button save and complete. If you only save, then it's saving the document, but not the activity. By putting in save and complete, you also complete the activity. And as you can see, it moves to the next stage where you now need to enter in your invoice. So once the shipment is delivered, we require within 48 hours after delivery an invoice from you. An invoice in the TMS is based on 2 steps. The first one is by attaching your own PDF invoice. I'm now selecting random document. Once that is done, the final step is to enter in an invoice using this blue button again. You see here on top the carrier name. So this is just my demo account. You have the invoice date preset as the date of the day. Your invoice number is the carrier invoice number. So that is your own number. An important one, in case you have a master invoice, meaning multiple loads on one invoice, you need to put the same carrier invoice number in here as well. So in case your invoice number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you also have a master invoice, then it's the same. Invoice weight you can leave empty because that's pre-defaulted by the TMS. You scroll here and you see the charges. 500 is the charge we received for this example on the quote. Important is that you remove this one first and then go here to the drop down and add your charges. You see on top there are three main buckets: road, air, and ocean. In case you want to fill the main buckets, you can click easily here and put the amount. In case you have detailed charges or you want to split them up, you can use the detailed charges over here. But it's important to do so because we require this in the TMS. Then don't click save because there is another button over here, and that is choosing the tax. Please note that for the USA shipments or USA business, we just require you to put in the first one, USA VAT purchase, and then hit 0 from 0%. That will do the trick. In case you are an European user customer, you need to select the specific European VAT. And we have a certain buckets for that. Under here on the bottom, you see NL from our Netherlands entity, where you have selected purchase amounts and VAT codes available. Similarly for China and similarly for Canada, it's all stated with the 2-letter code in front of the line. In case you want to review in more details how our VAT rules are, please review the standard operating procedure document where it's clearly explained what to do when. Now I hit save and my invoice is in the TMS. These are all the steps you need to perform in the TMS. Have a nice day.